You may notice everything around you slowing down, not because life has stalled, but because something sacred is being arranged on your behalf. In the quiet, God is methodically aligning people, doors, decisions, and resources so your financial breakthrough can arrive without resistance. What looked like delay was actually protection, pruning away what would not sustain what is coming. Breathe. Receive that truth. Right now, a spiritual current is gathering strength beneath the surface of your days. Pieces that were scattered are converging. Conversations you had months ago, the small no you accepted, the timing that fell off, all of it is being woven into a single, sustainable flow. You didn't miss your moment. Your moment has been quietly maturing behind the scenes. Stay attentive to the subtle signs. A phone call that lands at just the right time, a door that opens unexpectedly, resources appearing from places you didn't expect. They will feel effortless because the hard work has already been done in the heavens. Your role is to hold your faith steady, to remain surrendered, and to be ready to say yes when alignment completes and advancement unfolds naturally. If you have been faithful in the waiting, this message is for you. Your breakthrough is nearer than you imagine. The slow rhythm you're living through is sacred preparation, not punishment. Trust the timing even when the timeline is unclear. There is purpose in every pause, and there is a plan that stretches beyond what you can currently see. So lean into patience without passivity. Keep praying honestly, steward what you have well, and prepare your heart and hands for the blessing that will move through you. The heavens are arranging the details. Do you sense the shift beginning in your life? Share one quiet sign you've noticed in the comments, one small evidence that something is aligning. Stay with us. In the next video, we will explore how to recognize the doors that are opening and how to step through them when the timing is right. You may have grown used to measuring progress by sound and speed, visible promotions, loud celebrations, instant results. But God often works like the root of a tree, unseen, slow, insisting beneath the surface until it is strong enough to hold a towering canopy. Right now, what looks like stillness is the subterranean work of provision. People are being repositioned. Conversations you thought were irrelevant are being timed to intersect your moment. Decisions you made in faith are settling into place like stones in a foundation. This is not delay. This is covenant construction. Notice the small things. A redirected phone call. A new acquaintance who knows just one person you need. A workshop you almost skipped that suddenly blooms into a vital connection. These are not coincidences. They are quiet coordinates, aligning the pieces of your financial breakthrough so they land with integrity and endurance. The pruning you felt, the closed doors that stung, the resources that tightened, were protection. They cleared what could not carry the blessing. So when favor comes, it will be sustained, not squandered. Keep your hands open. Surrender is not passivity. It is readiness. Practice saying yes to what aligns with the stir in your spirit, and no to the haste that tempts you to settle. Maintain a steady faith, a faith that listens for the soft shift of timing and the subtle way provision arrives, first as a nudge, then as a pattern, then as a tide. When alignment is complete, opportunities will not feel forced. They will arrive like a door that opens because someone has already unlocked it on the inside. You have been faithful in the quiet. That faith is the seed now germinating beneath the soil. Trust the slow, sacred orchestration. Watch for the converging of what was scattered into one flow. Be ready to step when the moment asks you to move. The breakthrough is nearer than you imagine. Nearer because every unseen detail has been ordered on your behalf. Curious which small sign you might be overlooking right now? Share a quiet sign you've seen or how you've kept faith during waiting in the comments. And come to the next video to learn how to recognize the first doors of favor when they begin to open. You may have noticed the world around you slowing to a hush. The business of life seems quieter, not absent, but rearranging. In this third pause, understand that God is not indifferent to your finances. He is quietly aligning people, doors, decisions, and resources like constellations being set into a new map. What looked like delay was really a careful pruning, removing what would have crowded or corrupted the blessing, preserving only what will nourish long-term provision. Feel the subtle current moving beneath your days. It is not frantic wind, but a steady, sacred tide gathering everything you have scattered, time, talent, contacts, small faithful choices, into a single, sustained flow. You might not see the threading yet, but you can trust the pattern exists. Those delays that worried you were gentle hands guiding the pieces into place, so that when breakthrough comes it will come with less resistance and more fruit. Hold your faith steady. When you sense silence, do not mistake it for absence. In the quiet, doors are unlatching, conversations are being arranged, resources are being funneled. The heavens are tuning what you cannot yet perceive. This is the ministry of preparation, unseen movements that craft a more stable, lasting increase rather than a sudden, fragile rush. Be ready to say yes when opportunity arrives. Your yes will be the final alignment that allows favor to pour through. If you have been faithful in small things, that faith is being magnified. If you've sown patiently and stewarded carefully, God is multiplying what you could not create alone. Your readiness matters. Your openness to receive, to adjust, to step when called will determine how smoothly the blessing flows. Curiosity. What if the next step you fear missing is actually the step God has been protecting you from until everything else is set? Take a moment now. In the comments, reflect on one small thing you've learned in the waiting, or name one area you're ready to receive breakthrough. Stay with this quiet. In the next video, we'll look at the first sign that alignment is complete and how to say yes without hesitation. You may notice the days feeling wide and unhurried, like someone is deliberately arranging pieces on a chessboard you cannot yet see. This is not stagnation, it is sacred calibration. God is moving with precision behind the scenes, aligning people who will champion you, opening doors that will admit fresh provision, calibrating decisions so resources arrive without resistance. What looks like delay has been protection and pruning, cutting away what would have burdened the blessing when it came. In the quiet, a spiritual current is forming. It gathers what was scattered, ideas, contacts, finances, and brings them into a coherent stream. You don't have to force the pace. Your role is to keep your heart soft and your hands ready to steward what arrives. When alignment completes, advancement will not require you to hustle harder. It will reveal itself as a natural unfolding. Offers that make sense, support from unexpected corners, timing that feels divinely orchestrated. As an adult who's carried responsibility, for bills, for family, for dreams paused but not abandoned, you know the difference between fruitless motion and purposeful stillness. Trust the slow work. Keep doing the small, faithful things. The budget adjusted, the resume updated, the relationship tended, the prayer kept. These are the daily rhythms that position you for acceleration when favor touches your life. This season is not an absence of God. It is His quiet engineering. Expect doors to open where there were walls. Expect a network to form where you once felt alone. Expect provision to be amplified in ways you did not plan, but will gratefully receive. Stay alert to nudges. Say yes when clarity comes. Curious. What small delay in your life now feels like it might be protection? Share a brief moment in the comments. One sentence about a delay that later turned into a blessing. Stay with this series. In the next video, you'll receive a specific sign to recognize when alignment is complete and how to say yes without fear. You may be standing still in the middle of a long season, feeling as if life's great moments are paused just out of reach. That stillness is not emptiness. It is a sacred rehearsal. God is quietly arranging people, resources, and doors so that when your financial breakthrough arrives, it fits seamlessly into the life He is building for you. Every small delay has been a gentle pruning, removing what would have weighed down the blessing instead of carrying it. Notice how the pieces that once felt scattered are beginning to lean toward the same story. A conversation you had months ago resurfaces with new meaning. An unexpected lead lands in your inbox. A connection you made in passing now opens a doorway. These are not coincidences. They are the soft, steady work of alignment. The heavens are not silent. They are deliberate. The momentum you sense is different from hurried activity. It is a deep, spiritual current gathering strength, pulling the threads of your life into a single, sustained flow. You do not need to manufacture movement. What you must do is remain present and obedient in the small things, the choices that honor what God has put in you, the stewardship of what you already possess, the generosity that signals faith. Stay ready to say yes when the timing is revealed. Your readiness will allow opportunity to land with ease rather than force, and favor will feel like a welcome homecoming rather than a jolt. If you have been faithful in the waiting, recognize this moment as the edge of breakthrough. Don't mistake calm for absence. God's preparation is often quiet before it becomes visible. Keep your heart soft, your hands willing, and your faith steady. Curious about what the next step might look like for you? Share one word in the comments that describes how you're feeling right now. Hope, cautious, expectant. In the next video, we'll explore how to recognize the doors God opens and how to step through them without fear. You might notice a hush settling over your days, a kind of gentle deceleration that feels almost unreal. It is not emptiness. It is not God's absence. It is the quiet architecture of blessing, a patient, sacred crafting that happens beneath the surface. While your world seems to pause, unseen hands are moving pieces into place. People, timing, intuition, and unexpected resources converging with a precision you can't yet measure. Think of the delays you resented, those late replies, the opportunities that closed, the doors that didn't open when you pushed. They were not failures. They were pruning. They kept elements that would have toppled your blessing from ever gaining purchase. Protection wore the shape of not now. Preparation wore the shape of small, steady withholding. You were being shaped to steward a larger gift than you could have held before. Feel the spiritual current. It is slow, yes, but powerful. Like rivers that gather tributaries until their force can cut canyons. What was scattered is being united. Conversations will start to make sense. Accidental meetings will feel orchestrated. Support will appear in forms you once overlooked. When alignment is complete, momentum will not require pushing from you. It will simply carry you forward. Your part is to stay awake and say yes when the moment asks. Hold your faith steady. Keep your hands open and your plans flexible. Trust the deliberate timing of heaven rather than the hurried demands of fear. Expect practical signs, doors that open with ease, resources that arrive at the right hour, a deep inner conviction pointing you forward. And when blessing begins to flow, steward it with gratitude and wisdom. Curious, what smaller no in your past do you now see as protection? Share one experience in the comments, a closed door, a delayed answer, a redirected plan, and how it shaped your readiness. Stay with this thread, then move to the next video to learn how to recognize the precise signs God uses to signal your financial breakthrough. You may have felt time stretch thin, as if life is moving through molasses, but this is not stagnation. It is sacred calibration. In the quiet places where your plans seem to stall, unseen hands were rearranging the pieces. People who will champion your vision, doors that will open only when the structure is ready, resources being rerouted so they arrive whole and useful. Each delay has been a careful pruning, removing what would have siphoned strength from the blessing that is coming. Right now, a gentle but powerful current is forming. It is not loud. It does not demand your attention with clanging signs. Instead, it gathers everything that was scattered, talents you doubted, connections you overlooked, small seeds of consistency, and weaves them into a single, coherent flow. That flow is preparing the ground for financial fruit that withstands storms and seasons. You are being aligned, not by chance, but with precision. Stay steady. Your posture matters in this hour. Patient, expectant, surrendered. When the alignment completes, the movement will feel natural. Opportunities will arrive like familiar friends. Doors will open with ease, and favor will find you in places you once thought closed. You will not have to force a breakthrough. You will receive it. Be ready to say yes, even if the offer looks different than the dream you held yesterday. Remember, protection often looks like postponement. What felt like a setback may have been God steering you away from what would have undermined your joy. Trust the slow, sacred choreography at work. Keep tending your gifts, keep stewarding what you have, and keep your heart soft to nudges from the Spirit. Curious? Lean into that wonder. In the comments, share one line about what financial breakthrough you are most ready to receive, one honest sentence. Let that statement be a seed. When you do, come back for the next video. We'll explore how to recognize the doors that open in God's timing and how to step through them with courage and clarity. You may sense the world around you moving in slow, deliberate tides, not because you are stagnant, but because something sacred is being prepared on your behalf. In this hush, God is quietly arranging people, places, and provisions so that when your financial breakthrough arrives, it glides in without friction. The delays you have endured were not mistakes. They were mercies. They pruned away what could not hold the harvest and sheltered you from doors that would have opened too soon. Feel the subtle current beneath the surface. It is a spiritual momentum that gathers what was once scattered, orienting resources, wisdom, and favor to a single point of convergence. You will begin to notice small confirmations, a timely conversation, a reintroduced contact, an unexpected correction that saves you later. These are the heaven-sent signposts of alignment. Stay alert to them, and let your faith be a steady flame, not a flicker blown by doubt. Prepare in the quiet. Steward what you already have with intentionality. Organize your finances, sow modestly with gratitude, and cultivate generosity even in limitation. These practical obediences become the soil in which the promised blessing can root. And guard your heart. Impatience and fear can scramble the very timing God is setting. Instead, practice patient expectancy. Whisper yes to the unseen work, and be ready to receive with both humility and faith. When alignment is complete, advancement will feel natural. Opportunities will fit like keys to doors already unlocked. Support will arrive from places you did not predict, and timing will unfold with a divine ease that makes you smile in retrospect. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, being forged into a steward for what is coming. What small confirmation have you noticed in this season? A conversation, a closed door, a saved resource? Share one reflection in the comments below. Stay curious about the quiet work at hand, and come to the next video where we will explore how to recognize and say yes when your breakthrough arrives. You have felt the quiet, haven't you? The hush that stretches across your days, the soft slowing of everything around you. Not emptiness, but a kind of holy preparation. In the stillness, God is arranging what your eyes cannot yet see. Conversations, contracts, people who will speak favor into your life, and finances shaped to meet the season you've been faithfully standing in. Trust that these pauses were not wasted. They were pruning away what would have weighed down the blessing meant for you. Keep your hands open. Keep your heart ready. There is a spiritual current gathering strength beneath the surface of your routine, drawing scattered pieces into one steady stream that will carry your breakthrough when the time is right. You don't have to force the moment. You only need to be present enough to recognize it and brave enough to say yes when the door opens. Prepare to step forward, not out of desperation, but out of a surrendered expectancy that honors the work God has already done on your behalf. As you walk out of this season of waiting, remember that alignment often looks like small, faithful steps repeated daily, wise choices with money, honest conversations, prayers that keep returning to the same point. These small acts are the arteries through which favor will flow. The breakthrough you long for is nearer than you imagine, and when it arrives, it will feel like everything that was scattered finally makes sense. Curious, what one small sign would make you believe the breakthrough is here? Pause and notice what comes to mind. If that thought moves you, leave a short comment below, one sentence about what you're ready to receive, and let this community hold that hope with you. When you're ready to keep listening and to recognize the next gentle unfolding, watch the next video. Be still, stay surrendered, and get ready to step into the blessing that has been quietly taking shape for you.